Top 5 places Jim Harbaugh could be next season. I know people think that there may be just one, but look, if you think about all the scenarios, to me, I've come down with 5. 5 different places that he could be. Number 5, back at Michigan. There is a scenario here where the NCAA's incompetency winds it to where they can't really do anything to him, and he rides this out for another year, and he's back at Michigan trying to repeat as Big Ten champion and national champion and all that. I think this is the least likely, but it does stand to reason that Jim Harbaugh could be back at Michigan next year, because I don't think the NCAA is really going to do much to him that's going to scare him away, but all signs are pointing into him being somewhere else. I just don't think you can discount the possibility that he somehow finds a way to skate through this. Coaches have made it through for much worse, as a matter of fact. Number 4, nowhere, just chilling, riding it out. This might have been...
But nowhere, do you mean Fox or ESPN?
No, I don't think... maybe. I don't know. Do you think he'd be good on TV? He might be off-putting.
He could either be off-putting or he could be that kind of like blunt honest that would actually be pretty fun to watch.
Yeah, that's true. He could. I'd rather watch him on TV than Urban Meyer, to be quite honest with you.
Absolutely.
I mean, I don't get it. I don't get he's not entertaining enough for me. Like, I know he has knowledge. He has tons of knowledge, and he's, more than I'll ever have. But TV, I need pizzazz. I need showmanship, from my guys. So yeah, I think maybe Jim Harbaugh could have some of that. I think he could have some of that, or he's just waiting it out because what he wants to do isn't available. Maybe the Bears go on a run and they don't fire Matt Eberflus and, or whatever. So, all right, the next 3 are all NFL jobs. Number 3, the Las Vegas Raiders. Part owner is Tom Brady now. He's trying to get as much as 10% of the team, apparently, from Mark Davis. I found this out. Here's an interesting thing about the Raiders.
Yeah.
Mark Davis has no kids. Now, he's not going anywhere anytime soon. He's pretty healthy. It looks like he's really enjoying living in Vegas. And how couldn't you? But so, when I heard that about Tom Brady, I thought that was interesting. Here's the other thing. The Raiders have just the kind of starting point, and where they are, where I think Jim Harbaugh could be intrigued by the fact, but Mark Davis is even more of a wild card than his father was and has had no success as the owner of that team. So I doubt it's the Raiders, but I would bet on him being able to make an intriguing pitch to Jim Harbaugh to come and be the coach of the Raiders. So I could see him there. Number 2, the Los Angeles Chargers, formerly of the great city of San Diego. I don't think Brandon Staley's going to be back. I think that they're spinning their wheels with Justin Herbert, and they're spinning their wheels and they have Justin Herbert, and they've got these great wide receivers, and they're probably about to let Austin Eckler walk, but they have all this talent on this team, and I just don't think Brandon Staley is going to stay there. Now, Dean Spanos, the owner of the Chargers, likes to micromanage a little bit, so I think that would prevent a Lincoln Riley or maybe of Jim Harbaugh from going there if they're the college coach choice of the Chargers. But if you're Jim Harbaugh and you're looking around and go, who's got a quarterback that I don't have to draft, I don't have to sit there and wait, that I can go and hit the ground running, you can do a lot worse than Justin Herbert, who, again, I think the Chargers are kind of wasting right now because they're chasing the Chiefs in that division, and they're not any closer to them today than they were yesterday. And the Chiefs are actually a little bit worse than they've been because they don't have those playmakers for Patrick Mahomes to really make you hurt. And they're still beating people. So, yeah, I think the Chargers are a little bit stuck in neutral, and maybe he's the guy to get them out and take on Andy Reid in earnest and maybe win that division.
Yeah. I mean, you definitely don't want to waste a talented quarterback like Herbert.
Yeah, no, you don't. And they don't. Okay, number 1, and this one's the one everybody's talking about, his old team, the Chicago Bears. It's right. He gets to stay in the Midwest. he's like the top 3 or 4 quarterbacks in that organization's history. Anyway, he's already beloved there. He can go there. Nobody's going to care what he did. The Bears are run. No, it's the Vikings. The Bears are they're not particularly anything to quite build on, except they have a ton of draft picks going in. So right now he's got maybe the 2 of the top 5 picks in the draft because they have the Panthers pick from last year. So if he wants Caleb Williams, he probably can go get Caleb Williams because the Bears are going to have that pick right now. And there's a chance he has the top 2 picks or 1 and 3 or 2 and 3. So he can get his quarterback right away. Or maybe he likes Justin Fields. He saw him when he was in the Big Ten with him. But I think I would bet, I don't know what the odds are on this if they're putting this out yet in Vegas, but where is Jim Harbaugh coaching next year? The shortest odds, the ones that are most likely to pay off the least would be with the Bears because I think he's going to be the Chicago Bears head coach next year.
The only way I see him taking that job, because I think it's a stupid job to take unless he gets to be the GM as well.
They just hired a new GM a couple years ago, Ryan Poles.
And he's done so great. No, seriously.
Well, he's a look. Here's
how bad have the Bears been for so long?
But he's amassed draft picks, so there could be an understanding of look, you're amassing all these draft.
How
picks.
did that go for Cleveland?
Yeah.
You can amass draft picks and still be terrible at being a GM.
Yeah.
If I'm Harbaugh, I am not touching that franchise unless I absolutely trust the guy who's the GM. And chances are he only trusts himself that much. Okay. So he should get the GM job too.
Let me ask you this. If Matt LaFleur got fired,
yep,
would you take Harbaugh as the coach of your beloved Packers?
I'm not sure. I'm really not sure.
Emory, what's your favorite team? Texans. Emory, okay. Well, I don't know. I wouldn't take him over to D'Amico Ryans. No. So, I don't know. I don't know if I would want him over Mike McCarthy.
Ooh,
I don't know
that's a
yet.
tough one.
I don't know yet. We'll see how this year ends. We'll see how that goes. I'm not optimistic based on how it started.
Yeah.
I would I think Paxton told me yesterday that he would love to see him as the coach of the Titans.
That could be an interesting fit.
Yeah. Retired stockbroker, which Jimbo comes out better, Harbaugh or Fisher, money aside, because it's all going to be about the same to both of them. Career-wise, I'll say it's Harbaugh because Jimbo ain't making it to the NFL. Yeah, that's true. I think Harbaugh of the gyms are going to be there. UT parking. Mike McCrusty is terrible. How do you feel about Mike McCarthy, Jack? He won a Super Bowl. It's the one you got to see